started. Today we are talking about self-induced diseases. That's right, you did it through inactivity. It's self-induced diseases, the cost of inactivity. Okay, yeah, you did it. Stone me. I'm always get stoned when I tell people about self-abuse. But anyway, I know that I too am one of those people who can get into an exercise routine and then get wiped out after about a week or two. But for me, it's not that bad because I move all day long. I'm walking up and down, running up and down, just moving. People are like, are you out of breath? What you doing? You know? So I'm like, okay, because I'm constantly moving. I have a myriad of activities that I do all day. I'm the type of person, it's a challenge for me to sit down, not a challenge for me to get up. You know, even after about an hour of TV, I got to do something. I got to move. You know, I just can't be sitting there. You know, I get antsy after in the movie theater because I'm like, okay, 2 hours? How much watching my watch and stuff? Okay, but, you know, that's me. So, why is movement so important? Number one, it reduces feelings of depression. Number two, it helps control your weight. Number three, it maintains healthy muscles, bones, and joints. And number four, it promotes feelings of well-being. Number five, it reduces the risk of coronary disease, diabetes, cholesterol, and hypertension. Now at this point, let me give you a little story. I had a person that came in one day from out of town. She was from South Carolina. She came in to see me, and she wanted to get some services. So she told me what she ate for breakfast. She's trying to clean up her diet. And I don't know why people always come clean up their diet, clean out their old refrigerator and stuff, eat all the junk, and then come in for me to change their stuff. You know, that's not the most pleasant session. Okay, taking that stuff out. But anyway, so my spirit said, take her blood pressure first. So I whipped out my stuff, took her blood pressure. I'm like, oh, 250 over some ridiculous number, ridiculously high number. I'm like, I can't touch you, woman. You got to go to a doctor. I'm from out of town. I don't have this. I don't have that. I can't see nobody. Can't you do it? Blah, blah, blah. I want this. I'm like, no. Like, I can't touch you. So I'm like, what did you do? So she proceeded to tell me all that she ate that morning. And I'm like, okay, let's start drinking water. So this was like 9 o'clock in the morning. Her family dropped her off. And then they're going to come pick her up when they got off work. Okay. Take her back to the airport so she can go home. I'm like, okay. So I started giving her water. So from 9 o'clock, feeding her water, glass after glass. She rests, glass after glass. So take your shoes off, kick your legs up, chill. So I'm sitting here working around her. She's there chilling. I'm talking to her every now and again. Take her pressure now, still up. Here comes 3 o'clock. So she's like, oh, they're going to be coming to get me soon again. No, can't you see me yet? I'm like, let me take your blood pressure again, take it again. Still high. I'm like, okay. Now by this time it's 3:30. She drank a gallon of water. Didn't come down. So I'm like, okay, one last thing to do. Let's go for a walk. And then she had on heels, so that's why I didn't take her for a walk earlier. So I'm like, okay, let's go for a walk. So she couldn't walk up and down the hills around here. So I just took her to the parking lot. All the car exhaust and all that stuff. So we went on out there with all the car exhaust, and I walked her around the parking lot for 15 minutes in her heels. Came back, took her blood pressure. It was down to normal. Kid you not. 15-minute walk alone. But I know at that point the food had digested, and what the walking does, it helps to exercise your digestive system, get that stuff moving. It encourages waste to be released and to be moved out of your system and all that. So the exercise, even walking around the parking lot in high heels, 15 minutes, did her a world of good and brought her pressure down from 250 over some ridiculously high number to normal. As I was able to give her the services that she came for, all the way from the south, and then she was able to get what she needed, go back, and hopefully change her life. But anyway, what are some of the contributing factors to inactivity? Technology, yes. It is just so convenient, and I'm guilty of sitting up there on Facebook for hours at a time. You know, then there's loss of community. So there are a lot of lonely people in this world. And so, you know, a lot of times it's good and nice to do stuff with other people. But when you have that, you don't have that sense of community, that sense of loneliness, you just stay indoors, you know, by yourself. But don't do that to yourself. Then you have dependence on cars. Some people would drive up into the store if they could. They try to get so close. And I see people take, the handicap spaces, they want to be that close. But park a little ways away from the store, and walk, take the bus, take the train, walk where you got to go and stuff like that. Walking is not a bad thing. Now, let me give you some recommendations. You want to walk around or have movement about 30 minutes or more a day of a moderate intensity of activity. Okay, about 30 minutes a day. Maybe 3 to 5 days a week. 7 days, no, because you want to rest at least 1 day a week. And then number 2, you can do walking. Oh, it's boring to walk. Oh, I don't want to walk by myself. Join a walking tour. There are a lot of walking tours. I know in this Washington metropolitan area, on a lot of Fridays, you have walking tours throughout different parts of the city. You're looking at old buildings. You can go on art tours. There's so many walking tours that you can do, and there are a lot of walking groups that do that. And then biking. I know I took up biking. That was a good, and I really enjoyed that. And just bike around. Keep it safe. Not a lot of streets. You go to parks, but keep it safe in the daytime where there are a lot of other people out. And I've done biking tours as well. So that's a really good thing that you can do. And then dance. So I know I dance. So that's another good way to get activity in. So many different types of dancing that you can do. If you have 2 left feet, whatever. You can still get out there and do some type of dance with them left feet. With them 2 left feet. But anyway, you can climb stairs instead of taking the elevator or the escalator. Okay? That's a good way to do it too. And even if you're on the escalator, you can still walk with it. You don't have to just sit there and wait. Okay? You can walk, move. You can push a lawnmower. You don't always have to ride one. You can push the lawnmower. Okay? There are so many different things that you can do to get moving. Okay? So you want to encourage your body to remove its waste. You want to encourage your body to perk up. You want to encourage your muscles and bones and joints and ligaments to strengthen. So you want to move. You want to become active. It's good for your mind and it's good for your body as well. And it's good for socialization. For those of you who don't have anybody to be around with or walk with, it's good for socialization. Join a walking group, walking club, or whatever. But anyway, thanks for watching and joining the movement. Let's Live Health-Wise with Dr. the Holistic Czar Kalu. You can find us on the web at letslivehealthwise.com. That's my blog. Or you can visit my website, which talks about my clinic, and that's drkalu.com. But the information is right here in the description. And I must add, this information is not intended to diagnose, treat, or cure any illnesses. Thank you.